When the president of global football's governing body issues a public apology to resolve an institutional crisis, the tension usually breaks. Instead, UEFA, world football's most powerful confederation, flatly rejected it. The crisis began with a secret proposal by FIFA President Gianni Infantino to sell a stake in the organization's most prized asset, the World Cup, to private shareholders. Infantino eventually shelved the plan and offered a partial apology, but the diplomatic freeze holding the sport hostage shows no sign of thawing. UEFA responded with a strict boycott of all upcoming FIFA tournaments, effectively pulling their teams off the board and initiating a political civil war. This total withdrawal from global competition indicates a systemic collapse of trust between the two biggest power centers in the sport. Infantino's attempt at reconciliation centered on a self-proclaimed crisis meeting held at FIFA headquarters. Skeptical. The room was largely populated by internal employees, people whose careers and salaries depend on the president's favor. UEFA immediately pointed out that several key independent board members, the figures positioned to hold the president accountable, were notably absent. European leadership demanded more than a shelved plan. They required a binding, declarative statement guaranteeing that a privatization scheme would never be proposed again. Without that structural guarantee, UEFA viewed the apology as a PR smokescreen, allowing the administration to return to business as usual once the pressure subsided. The 2021 Arab Cup in Qatar established the precedent for the suspicion currently radiating from Europe. After reaching the tournament's final, the Jordan national squad was denied their earned prize money for 8 months without explanation. Prince Ali bin Al-Hussein, president of the Jordan Football Association, eventually revealed that FIFA officials offered to release the funds only if he publicly backed Infantino's re-election campaign. Speaking on a global stage, Prince Ali labeled the tactic as blackmail. Within 48 hours of that statement, the money was suddenly released. The funds arrived in Jordan the very next morning. That sudden payout signaled to European observers that FIFA leadership views financial leverage as a political tool. In that environment, an unwritten apology carries no weight. By holding firm on the boycott, UEFA has transitioned from a disagreement over a deal to a shadow vote of no confidence in Infantino's presidency. They are now exploring institutional mechanisms to force a change, including a call for an emergency FIFA council and a formal binding vote of no confidence. A second, longer-term strategy involves funding a rival candidate to challenge Infantino at the upcoming presidential elections in Morocco. This conceptual map shows Infantino's path to survival. While Europe is red with dissent, he is leaning on loyalist blocs across South America, Africa, and Asia, shaded green. That math might provide the raw votes to stay, but it creates an unstable governance model. A president cannot effectively lead a global sport while locked in a permanent war with its richest and most powerful confederation.